Please Febreze the Lou.
Oh my god.
Did you say Lou because you needed 5 syllables?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of An Interesting Discussion Sometimes. Episode... What? All right, we're starting off with energy like this. Okay, what the fuck's wrong, Ron?
What was that voice? It didn't even sound like you. It sounded like you're trying to impersonate someone else.
Hey, man, I'm trying to bring some enthusiasm, you know?
Why are you talking like this?
Woo! What the fuck do you want from me?
Talk normally.
I'm talking normally.
Okay, fine. Go ahead. Continue.
And this dickhead, bro. I'm gonna start yelling at my mic and everything. Anyway, welcome to episode 79. Yeah, everybody had a good week so far. Haran, we need a weekly Stanford update. Have you eaten? Have you made friends? Have you done anything?
The friends I've made partial friends, if you will.
Hey, we take those. Are they wait, hold on. Like children or like you're not friends yet?
No, just like I'm not like officially friends with like anyone yet, but like
Okay.
I've talked to people more in my class than I did
Okay.
previous weeks. So
Hey, we take those.
that's what having problem sets can do to you when you're really in despair. You talk to people. So I get shout out to homework. But anyway, in terms of eating, I've been eating. Yes. Any more questions?
Have you been eating food that you made?
Yeah. This past weekend I made some pesto pasta.
Oh.
And I mean, I guess like that was like the one that took the longest time in terms of prep wise. And then I also made like tuna sandwich, but that's not that hard to make. So
did you get a correct amount of ratio between vegetables and pasta in your
I
pesto
absolutely
pasta?
did not. I cooked a whole box of pasta because I guess I never like actually cook pasta myself before. Usually like I have someone else with me, and like they're like kind of more telling me like what to do. So I guess like I never thought about portions before, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just cook this whole box of pasta. Like, what's the point of keeping a box, like half a box, whatever? I might as well just like cook everything while I can cook everything. So, cook all the pasta, and then like I cut some vegetables up. Like I cut zucchini and red pepper and onions. Sorry, I had like a mind freeze right there. Anyway, then I said mind freeze, brain freeze.
You're so fucked up, dude. You're a California guy already.
Okay, but yeah, so then when I mixed everything together with the pesto sauce, I realized that there was way too much pasta in there. And I'm pretty sure like the amount of vegetables I cut would probably been okay for like a third of that pasta. Maybe like a half, but like, yeah. So the ratio was really shite. But I did have some leftover tuna, so like one day I just had like pasta, like just a plain pasta with tuna, and that was pretty good. So I guess I kind of salvaged it, but I guess going forward now I know portions a bit better. So, yeah.
How old are you?
I don't want to comment on that.
It's just funny to me that you said, "Oh, I've never made pasta without somebody else being there before." I just thought that was funny.
I've never been in the situation. Never been in the situation.
25. Wait, hold on.
Wait, what?
You said you were 25. I mean, listen, he might be uncle, but that doesn't mean he's that old yet.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's 25.
Haran, you sound sick, man. What happened?
Gnarly, dude.
I got.
Man, you're such a...
Episode
Don't
over.
say that. Don't fucking say that.
Bleep it out. Bleep it out.
This isn't episode 19.
Bleep it out. People just hear I got something, and they'll be like STD.
I can't believe you got an STD. Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, why didn't you tell me?
What?
What?
Do you have to test now?
God.
No.
Yeah, I got a common cold, I believe. Because I took a COVID, so I started feeling sick on like Thursday night, going into Friday morning. So I took a COVID test that day to like reassure that like it wasn't. I didn't think it was COVID, but just to make sure it wasn't COVID. Came back negative, thankfully. So yeah, just been recovering from that. Kind of shit for like your first like. I guess this is my second weekend here, but like still like early days, and I'm in my apartment the whole time.
I feel like it's because of a weather change or like altitude or just.
Yeah, usually it's weather change, but it's also my apartment's like pretty cold. Like, and I can't control the temperature.
Why?
And like the heating, like they just don't give you an option.
What?
Yeah. And the heating doesn't start till November so like when I looked at the temperature online, it was like, oh yeah, we use like natural ventilation to like keep your rooms like extra like cool and like not hot. And I'm like, but I have the opposite situation where it's too fucking cold in my room. But yeah, like the first few nights I was literally like going to bed like fucking like freezing.
So just put more clothes on.
Don't say it, Harsha. Don't say it. He said you went to sleep.
He's like, oh, lucky
Yeah, I know,
freezing.
I know.
That's what he was gonna
And he
say.
was like, what's freezing?
Sound like that?
Yeah, he
Not a
does.
9-year-old girl. What the hell is that?
Harsha.
Wait, you just prevented Hodge saying his first words, and already 7 minutes into this episode. Let him talk.
No, I already said something earlier. I
Oh
asked
shit!
you
Yeah,
if you were
that's why I'm
sick.
cold. Oh my bad. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah. Just don't listen.
You never pay attention to Harsha.
Yeah.
Damn, I should.
You always-
take the fire.
Speaking of your partial friends, are they also like
Cold?
do they also follow Christianity like your other friends? Are they part of that fraternity?
Wait, I already talked about this on the podcast.
Yeah, no, he's asking about like if they're
Oh,
also
no,
like,
they're- I don't know.
trying to
I don't.
convert you.
I guess I don't know because they haven't outright said that they're like.
Well, I think that's a
affiliated
good
with the
sign
church and
because
Christian.
that was probably the second thing they said to you when they met you, like the other people. So
Yeah,
That's not
otherwise
true.
it's-
That is not true. The
No.
first guy I met when we played basketball, like he only told me this like after like 20 minutes of us talking to each other.
I feel like that's really fast.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah, but like it was like a 20-minute like intense, not intense, but like he was like asking me like, oh, like where you from, like what's your background, all this stuff, and then like he finally asked me that.
is he
question.
trying to hire you? Well, that's what it sounds like.
Nah, it was a good conversation. I mean, I guess I haven't really talked to someone like that in a while.
What do you mean somebody?
Like
like
I guess
that?
that's because like I haven't really met people in a long time, right? Like I've pretty
Okay.
much, especially during like lockdown,
Okay.
I've just been
Okay.
associating myself with the same people, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was refreshing, I would say.
Mm,
Nah,
okay.
Haran, you know this guy's not like part of that fraternity because if you met with him during problem sets, if he didn't hand you a flyer, that means he's not. We'd have to hand you a flyer on site if you did.
He was
He'd be like,
part
"Oh,
of
you
that.
want help with problem 2? You join my fraternity."
Need to help with internal problems too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my Stanford
Hey,
update.
that's the most positive, not talking about COVID thing you've said since you got there. So that's good.
Yeah, it's looking up.
Although personally, I hope you don't get heat until like February. But that's just I want to see you suffer. But well, I'm glad you're having a good time at Stanford. One of the great knowledge schools in the country, if you will, as opposed to other kinds of schools.
oh, speaking of knowledge, I have a fun fact that I learned this week.
Okay.
Continue.
So, are you guys hip to the
No.
the fuck? How did I just forget that? What's the current the big
Knowledge.
NASA telescope? Hubble. There you go.
Okay.
I was about to say Hubble. It's
Mm.
not. It's the Hubble telescope. That's the current telescope that NASA has.
Mm.
But did you know that in December, like this coming December, they're
Mhm.
launching the new James Webb telescope into space?
What?
Wait, they're launching a singular telescope into space.
Yeah, and it's like the next iteration of telescope on top of the Hubble one. And apparently it can see so far back in time.
What?
It can see so you can see the light so far back in time that it can see 250 million years after the Big Bang. Which is like some like
Wait,
I think
how?
it's like I don't know. Apparently it's like I think that's like 13 billion years ago that it can see.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
Apparently
telling me
the-
that telescopes are time machines?
essentially, yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. That's great knowledge.
Isn't that actually fucking crazy? Apparently,
That's
actually, the
wild.
Hubble telescope can see 400 million years after the Big Bang. So I was reading the
Oh.
article and it was like, oh, it's like 150 million year difference. Like, is that really that big of a deal? And apparently, the difference is like the difference of when a star is born versus when a star is dead. What?
When you said how big is that difference, I thought like the article would be like, oh, the difference is they just like did the math and just subtracted the two from each other.
But apparently, like they can start to see like how stars like came about in the early stages of the Big Bang or like post Big Bang. Yes.
Wow.
I want to know more about how this works.
Then,
What do you mean?
as they say, do your own research.
Like how this telescope functions to see that far back in Z pass.
It's like this big disc of gold, like literal gold, that like captures light, and it can capture so much light from so far, like, and it can see so far that it can capture light from that far back. when you know how like some stars of ours might be dead because the light is still traveling to us.
Yeah.
So basically, I think and I could be butchering this, but I think it's okay. I don't know. Basically, like the light from like stars of the very, very distant past, their light is very minuscule. Like it's diminishing, right? It's like not very bright, right? So the idea is, I think that this telescope has such a great sensitivity to so much light and can gather so much that even though that light is very dim, it can still pick it up and we can learn from it.
I see.
Damn, that is very cool.
Big up NASA. Apparently, it was supposed to be it was supposed to take like a few years and $1 billion to make, but then it took them 10 years and like around $10 billion to make.
We love a gross underestimate.
and then I also
that sounds like the fucking Metro line extension for Silver Line.
And then I also found out that Elon Musk is trying to make a space telescope too, or something like that, or he invested in one.
You know, man,
So,
like
I hear a lot from this guy.
Yeah, he did a lot of good stuff before, but I'm really fucking sick of hearing this guy's voice and name everywhere.
why?
He's just like, oh, I'm gonna build a space colony. Oh, I want to go to Mars. Oh, I want to fucking this, and this. It's like there's been, I feel, very little things done in the last like couple years of like all of the shit. Like I know these things take a lot of time to do, but like what
You're saying he has too much ambition? Like he's spreading himself
not
thin?
too much, just like it's not focused on like actually seeing something through. Like it's a lot of like this, but like has it started, or is it just like, oh, this is my idea, here, and I'm gonna put money to it. That's it,
I would disagree. I think this man has made hella progress. Like, have you seen the space shuttles that go up and land themselves? And then there's like, I don't know if they haven't launched the civilians into space yet, right? He picked out like four civilians, like regular ass people. Like one was like a fucking teenager. She's like 17 and she's supposed to go in space in one of their spacecrafts. So like once that happens, like that just proves that.
Did you go through like training and stuff before they go, or it's just?
I don't think so.
It's just casual.
Yeah, I mean, actually, even the one that they sent recently, where they actually sent 2 astronauts to the space station, they didn't have to fucking touch a button. Like all of it was computer guided,
automated. Yeah.
Like if you look at the difference between like a regular like a OG like Apollo missions shuttle, like all the buttons that they have in their
the panel
in the cockpit, as opposed to the cockpit of like the Tesla space shuttle, there's like no buttons. It's like almost like you're in a fucking Tesla. Like honestly, like there's just screens. And they just see like it's like honestly like in some
imagine just like watching YouTube and you just fucking go into space.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. They probably could have. They probably fucking could have. That's the craziest part. Is like they didn't have to do really anything. They just kind of fucking sat there. Yeah, actually, why were they there? Why do they even need humans there anymore? There's already humans in the space station. Why do they need to send 2 more? I guess it was a point of precedence or something.
Yeah.
Ron, go get a telescope named after you graduate Stanford, man.
Just right after I graduate, get a telescope named
Yeah, you can do it. Take all those aerospace classes. I know you can do it.
Yeah.
I'm already taking one right now, actually.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh my god,
Nice.
You're halfway there.
Yeah.
Wait, one more class and I already get a telescope named after me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the tele. You need the scope now.
Oh, syllables. Someone continue.
Did you mean syllabus? Because you're taking classes?
No, stop. Just use it.
I hope I go to space before I die,
Wait, we just okay.
Yeah, get fucked.
or I die in space.
Would you rather drown or die in space?
Die in space.
Same.
But that depends actually, because well, like a lot of people drown now because that's a possibility.
Right.
But like not a lot of people die in space because it isn't a possibility. So
yeah,
it makes
but
it
what
seem
if you're
cooler.
like the 50,000th person to die in space?
I would still die in space.
Okay.
I wouldn't die in space even if the number of drown deaths was equal to space deaths.
I'm just gonna ignore the way you said it and accept what
How
you
else
said.
did you say it?
No, just
I
you,
think he
weren't-
said it
you
pretty
didn't sound
eloquently.
you didn't sound very confident with it. That's why.
He just wanted to be very careful with the words he was using. And I
Mm.
respect
Okay,
that.
Christian, like rewind and then
No.
replace it. I would rather die in space, even if drown deaths were equivalent to space deaths.
It sounds worse. I thought you were trying to say that like you would rather die in space because that was cooler.
It is, yes.
Okay. Glad we reached this agreement. What do you think the worst way to die would be? Okay, maybe that's too morbid. Too morbid. What about the best way?
Bungee jumping is the worst
Okay.
way to die.
Oh.
Why is
Think-
that the worst?
It's just so
Glad.
stupid to do that shit anyway.
But wouldn't it be quick?
Yeah, but like, why? It's just kind of dumb, I think.
So you just hate bungee jumping? Is I think it's the point of this.
No. It's fine. Like, you know, like safety.
Would
But
you,
if you do it
would you go bungee
outside,
jumping?
no, I don't think I would.
What
You
about
hate it?
skydiving?
Skydiving, I want to go skydiving once. Not bungee jumping though.
Not twice, though?
I mean, anybody can go once.
I'll go once and then I'll see how it is, and then if I like it, then I'll go again.
If he lands, then he'll go again.
But what you're saying really is that you would rather die from jumping than being stabbed and dying.
No, I mean it depends. Like, why to get stabbed, right? What if I got stabbed
Just-
for like a super like cool thing? Like
Okay, give me a cool reason to get stabbed. Give me a cool reason to get stabbed, and I'll rest my case.
you know, like someone's trying to kill me because I did them wrong in the past, like a revenge story thing, like in a movie.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's better than just. Oh yeah, I want to spend my Saturday bungee jumping. Oh wait, I died.
I guess that's fair.
Okay.
Basically, like if you get stabbed for something, there's more likely a chance to make a movie about you than if you get just bungee jump and die.
What if they make a documentary on how not to bungee jump?
Then you're just like a part of the montage.
This reminds me of the Drake and Josh skydiving episode where they do the training beforehand. And the training, the acronym was like SPLAT or whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Harsha, since you're so enamored with not dying of bungee jumping, do you have a fun fact to share?
I wish my fun fact was about how many people died from bungee jumping last year. But on last weekend we went out for dinner for one of our friends' birthdays, and Remy, who was on this podcast, was telling me over dinner that about like beards, because I don't know much about growing a beard and stuff. But he
No
was
way.
telling me that if you don't, he was telling me that if you don't comb your beard, it'll just grow weirdly when it grows out. But I had no idea about that. Did you guys?
It will just what?
Like grow weirdly, like you have to comb the hairs down and stuff.
I think I've combed my beard like 3 times.
I don't think I ever combed my beard ever.
Oh, okay. Maybe he was lying to me then.
Yeah. Wait, does Remy have a
I mean,
beard?
I guess
doesn't
it
have a
depends.
beard. No.
Yeah,
I
he
guess
doesn't
it
have a
depends on
beard.
how much
Mm.
hair is like on your beard. Because like there's points where like if I grow my beard out like quite a bit, then like some of like the hairs are like a little bit out of the place, and maybe
Yeah.
then I'd comb it down. But usually if I see that, I just like time to trim. So
Yeah,
never
that's
get that.
exactly my reason. Like when it's like really long and I need to go out or something, I'll comb it down and then just put some water on it so the scraggly hairs don't go like everywhere.
Yeah.
Cool. The more you know, huh?
So that wasn't a fact at all. It was just a lie.
Oh, I didn't know it was a lie until today. That's why I bring it to the table.
No, thanks for bringing it up, Harsha.
Yeah. What a lovely table we have.
Go suck your
How's
toast.
how's your beard going, Harsha?
What did you say, Harsha? Go what?
Did you say go suck
a
yourself?
telescope?
Yeah.
Or you'll suck my telescope after I graduate.
Shut. Actually,
What?
Yeah, you deserve it. You deserve it.
Wait, who deserves it?
Anyway,
Arkansas.
But Christian, did you have a knowledge tip?
I kind of already told you a knowledge tip that I learned, so it's kind of doesn't count. I'll find something else if you can go.
I mean, I can just learn. I can tell you about something I learned today, but I don't think it'll like mean much.
Okay, you know what, man?
Okay,
I like
today,
learning.
I guess because we're all spewing some knowledge, I can share a fact I learned today.
Okay.
If you
Yeah.
have a subsonic flow before a shock, then you'll have a supersonic flow after the shock. Insane. Air. That's all
Wow.
I understood. Yeah. I mean, there's like equation behind it, but like that's the general.
Okay. What's
general
the main component of the equation? I'm not gonna
Um,
understand it. I just want you to say it.
It's the specific heat ratio, gamma, which is Cp over Cv, is like the main component. And the Mach number, which is the ratio between velocity and the speed of sound. Those two kind of like dictate. Like you can like find like pressure ratios, temperature ratios, density ratios before and after the shock from those two things. Yeah.
I've never seen you so passionate. What I got from that was that we need an NBA team back in Seattle.
Why?
So,
supersonic.
Supersonics.
Oh, Tarun got it. Look at him.
Hey guys, I'm a big basketball fan now. You know?
Yeah,
We-
shout
we-
out Kyler
we-
Murray.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, I guess I'm the last one to share a fun fact, and my fun fact is not based on any like actual great knowledge whatsoever. It's not something useful, but it's more about the iOS update. So, Karan, you're a little left out on this one. I'm sorry,
That's okay.
but my fun fact was going to be that it's just bad, but I feel like everybody knows that. But in like they changed. I mean, this is not really like a fun fact. It's really like you could just open your phone and see it. But in the weather app, they changed a lot of like the like temperature stuff, and they changed a lot of, I don't know. It looks very different to me, and I don't think it's more like I don't actually.
Wait, they
use the-
changed the temperature?
Well,
That's crazy. What an insane update.
sorry, they changed the way the temperature is displayed. Like they have bars on it now, which I think is weird, with like the highs and lows or something. I don't know. I don't really understand it. And I
the
actually
bar for the average.
no, the bar is for like the high, the low of the day, and there's like a little thing that shows you like where on the bar like the current temperature is.
Oh, like
Um,
an actual like bar, like a bar graph
yeah.
thing.
It's like a
Oh.
side to side, like it's a gradient of like cold to warm thing.
Wait, what if that's why Haran's apartment is so cold? Because
It's 'cause
Apple
you-
changes. Apple makes
Fuck
it
you,
warmer for all the
Apple.
iPhone users.
Fuck over all this. That sounds like something Apple would do.
But yeah, I don't actually use the weather app anyway. So, but the FaceTime update is cool because now you can like share screen and stuff, which
And
is,
share links.
Wait,
Yeah.
you didn't share screen
Haran.
before?
No, you could like share screen on like if you like casted it to like a thing, but like you couldn't share screen on a video call, like a FaceTime call.
I think that's so easy to implement, right? No? I mean, Facebook had it. That's why I'm wondering.
Yeah, it's
You could,
really
like,
easy. They're just
Yeah, and, you know, they just want to keep us waiting for a very basic feature, but you know,
Fair.
that's how it goes. So yeah, my stuff's really not anything groundbreaking or something that probably billions of people don't already know, but I found it out today.
What was Harsha saying about share links
I can share like a FaceTime link with you and you can join too, Haran.
on my phone?
mhm.
Yeah.
Wow.
On anything. Basically, Haran, they made a Zoom. They made it Zoom.
Yeah.
Okay. Will you guys be FaceTiming me then?
I bet you won't even open it.
Yeah, he probably
You should
won't.
get used to it though. Bobbin is gonna send you those soon.
Don't say that stuff, bro.
Yes, she is.
Mhm.
She's getting an iPhone.
You
I'm
manifesting
just-
this?
Yeah, I am.
Well, speaking of phones,
Oh, wait, no. Now you both say the next line together. Go. Do it. All right, 3, 2, 1.
we're about
Speaking
to
of
turn
phones-
on Do
No,
Not
why did you say
Disturb.
speaking of phones again? You say the next line. I literally say the next line together. This man said speaking of phones again.
Speaking
Speak-
of phones, Our sponsor is Apple. A word from our sponsor now.
Speaking of phones, we're going to go on Do Not Disturb for the next 30 seconds while you guys listen to an ad break. We'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. And, as Haran actually mentioned during our little ad break, Do Not Disturb is a song. And, what better way to transition from music, which is a form of poetry, to actual poetry. And inspired by Harsha's, heartfelt rendition of Keep That Shit last week, we thought we would each come up with our own haikus. Truman came up with this wonderful
idea. What
idea.
are we using?
575.
757.
I inverted mine. I did 575. If that's okay.
I inverted as well. I did ukai.
Who's that, bro?
What?
Who's that? Who's Ukai? Ukai.
But yeah, we'll be doing haikus on a, I guess the assignment was a 757 airplane, but for some reason people didn't follow the assignment, so they will be docked points
I like to fly
accordingly.
my airplanes upside down. Shout out Flight. If y'all seen that movie, it's a good movie. Continue.
Thank you for that useless piece of additional
I'm trying to defend
content.
why we did 575. You idiot.
Isn't there not a haiku version that's 575?
No, there is.
There is, but it's okay. You know what?
We should do
What's
the
it
battle
called?
of the
Creative
575 versus 757s.
Word, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, shit, that means my partner's turn though.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna win.
Shit.
Oh.
Okay, it was Tarun's idea to do this, so he can go first. How about that?
My mind is so ass though. Actually, this is probably better. You guys look better. Let me pull it up.
You have to read it really dramatically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we read them like syllable by syllable?
Yeah. Enunciate your syllables.
Okay. When I finish, can you guys do the snap claps for me?
Yeah, but also do it when you're done reading.
But what if we don't like it? Then what do you do?
Just clap
Regular
silently.
Okay.
Harsha, oh Harsha.
I hate it already.
Yeah, come on.
He loves LeBron more than me.
Aw.
Life is so painful.
Are you sure you wrote this or did I write this?
This is actually a guest submission for our favorite listener.
Oh,
That was really good.
Beautiful.
Shit.
Thank you.
Harsha, what's your reaction?
I like it actually.
Snaps all
Thanks,
around.
guys.
He shouldn't have gone first, damn it.
All right,
Only
Harsha,
right that
you're up
followed,
next.
You followed up, Harsha.
God, fuck me. Okay.
Okay.
Pull it up.
Whoa.
I'm just checking the syllables real quick.
Wait, what?
I was making sure that I followed the directions. Okay, yeah, I did. My poop is very stinky.
God damn it.
Please
Febreze
the loo.
Oh my god.
Did you say Lou because he needed 5 syllables?
Okay.
Of course.
No. Okay. So let me read it all at once. My poop is very stinky. Please Febreze the loo. I am Edgar Allan Poe.
Hey, you saved it at the end. You saved it at the end.
That's fire. That's fire.
Wow, thank you.
True artist.
Oh my god.
Voting for that last line, I would have
Yeah,
questioned a lot.
yeah.
But that last line wrapped it all together.
Big fan. All right, Haran, you want to go? You want me to go?
You go. Mine's the
Okay.
worst. So
Okay. So I went a little overboard being a tryhard, and I made 2.
can I use the second one?
No.
Okay.
The second one is more inspired on a song I just happened to be listening to at the time, and I listened to a funny line, so I was like, okay, I'll use that as my inspiration. But the first one is straight from the heart, and I have to say this because I know it would come up after. This is not directed at anybody. Okay.
When you say it like that, it sounds like it's gonna be directed.
I
at
know,
someone.
but I have to clarify beforehand because shit would get out of hand if I didn't do that.
Now I'm gonna try to figure out who it's about.
It's really.
I mean,
definitely
going by the
Amrita.
theme of the last two, it might be about Harsh, just because Harsh has been about every
I
single.
was just saying Amrita.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but it's not. We have to keep that in mind, okay? Autumn trees changing colors, representing life. Get ready. I railed your wife.
Did you start backward with that? Like, did you come up with the first line? You're like, the last line. Let me come with 2 lines of bullshit before.
I was thinking like, oh, how can I make a twist? So, as I said, obviously not aimed at anybody.
Oh, wait,
but
no one, did anyone snap? Or
it's okay.
big
It's
snaps,
okay.
big snap from here.
Okay, that was the one I was worried about. This one's chill. You ever heard the song 3500 by Travis? And
Are you singing? Are you going to do a
Future?
rendition of the first few lines of that song?
no.
Is there a reason why?
Yes. But, this is like one of the best lines on the song, so I thought I would, put a spin on it. Drank breast milk out of lean cups. She said she need us. Nice gluteus maximus.
Hey. Yeah, let's go bars, Shut up.
Was that 2 Chainz?
Yeah.
Plus.
A real poet. But, to cap it all off, the best poet. Haran, close us out.
So I definitely cheated out of my assignment here.
Oh.
Like, you 3 did a much better job than I did. But I guess I followed the same way of thinking Christian did with this second poem, in which I just used another person's lines as mine. But today I'm paying tribute to one of my favorite poets. Most of you guys probably know him as Ferdy, but he's my boy. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about?
Ferdy?
Yeah,
Why you coming fast?
exactly.
Why you coming
That's
fast?
the first line of mine. Why you coming fast?
Oh.
You hit me, I hit the car. Don't go anywhere.
Wait, don't go anywhere. Is it 5? Don't go.
Yeah, anywhere is 3, I think.
anywhere. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
True
thought about this
artistry.
very long and hard.
Good
I was
job.
like looking
right?
for inspiration, and like the first thing that I thought of was this for some reason,
mm.
and then I was
Why?
like, you know what?
I think we did a really great job, collectively.
You know what? Next podcast with the 4 of us, I will come back with an actual poem of my own, just so we all did it. We all completed this.
I think when we had come up with this idea, you said, okay, I think mine's going to be straight from the heart. And then you came from that.
That's just too many assignments this week. It just all piling up.
That's okay. You turned in a B+ assignment.
It's a B+. I'll take it.
Only because you plagiarized.
Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been a fail.
But yeah.
Speaking of plagiarizing, from summer school, when Haran was in my class, we had to do this final. It was like before freshman year of high school, and we had to do this final paper. Haran, I don't know if you remember that. We had to write a paper about something that we learned.
We weren't in the same class, so I don't remember it. But yeah.
Okay, whatever. That wasn't necessary. So we were all typing it, and we had like the whole day to finish it before it was our last day of class. And this guy kept saying like, "Yeah, I'm at like 6 pages. I'm at like 8 pages," and we're all like at 2-3 pages. Like, how is this guy right? We were all eating lunch after we turned in our paper, and our teacher came into the cafeteria and like asked him to go up back to the classroom, and we're like, "Oh shit! Like, what happened?" And apparently, this guy just like researched articles and just copy pasted like website things and like put it on the paper. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm writing like 8 pages, 10 pages," and he got in trouble for that shit. But yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, so this was a completely unplanned transition that just happens to work out that way. But I had written this before I had written my haiku, so you can rest easy knowing I just don't make shit up. But I was brainstorming questions for us to talk about, and one of the questions, which I think has a pretty clear answer, but I thought it'd be interesting to discuss, is breast milk vegan?
What's the definition of vegan?
I know. I don't think it's vegan.
Okay, you know what? We'll do some learning on people, if you will.
Are humans in the animal kingdom?
You see, that's what I was thinking. Was like technically we're animals, and therefore like it's an animal product, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I meant to type in vegan, but I typed in definition. So now I have definition of definition on my screen right now.
No, but that's why rappers always say, like, I definitely heard a bar where they're like, oh yeah, like eat that pussy because I'm not vegan or something like that.
Wait,
Okay.
eat that pussy because I'm not vegan?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm not vegan.
'Cause if you-
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, so the definition is a person who does not eat any food derived from animals and who does typically not use other animal products. Now, okay, I'm going to go into incognito tab because I don't feel like having this on my search history, but I'm going to type in, is breast milk vegan? Even though that is the question.
Oh, I guess I didn't answer, but I think it's yes, by the way.
Why do you think that?
Just because I think they can make exceptions.
Who's they?
Like the vegans as a general.
Like those people?
Yeah, like the vegan community. I'm sure they talk about this at their seminars. You know.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
so what did you find?
Well, I want everybody to give their answer. Tarun said no, right?
Yeah, no.
I also thought no.
Same.
Haran, okay, Haran's only yes here. I don't understand how, but it is somehow vegan.
What can I say?
There are key differences between this and cow's milk when it comes to consumption. oh boy. You aren't being exploited for your milk. You're producing it for the health of human offspring, so it's fine.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's not vegan.
That
But it
doesn't.
is though. So suck it, everyone.
But who gets to decide that?
Hey, I don't
The
want it though.
vegans.
They can't just make exceptions, though. They can just accept the fact that they are not vegan for like however many days or months they drink breast milk.
But I mean, I guess it's also like children, right? So like, I guess they don't really know.
It doesn't
I guess
have to
it
be.
could- Okay, Christian, what's the next question?
No, yeah, like a child doesn't know if they're vegan, dude.
Yeah,
A
like
child
imagine
does not know what
a
veganism
child like
is.
yeah, like the mom about to give him breast milk. The child's like, "But I'm vegan," and then they just fucking like chuck that shit away.
Oh
fucking care.
my god. Yo, these articles, I'm on theflamingvegan.com. They say that there's a simple distinction. The cow isn't giving you permission, therefore it's not vegan. And as a human, you're giving permission, like you are consenting to having it happen. So like, therefore it's vegan.
Imagine when I have
What the
sex, you feel
fuck?
like I'm vegan. He's like, say less.
What
Uh,
the fuck?
I will
Well.
never give permission ever again.
Wait, but how does a
Um,
baby give consent?
The baby's not the one getting milked, you fucking idiot.
Oh, right, yeah.
Wait, why are you trying to milk babies, Drew? What the fuck?
Shut the fuck up, man. Yeah, take that out, man. I don't want to
No, keep that in, keep that in, keep that in, keep that in. That's what it is.
I don't want to slander, man.
Can you imagine like a mom milking her own baby?
No, don't. No, I'm not imagining anything. It's so fucked.
You get it? That's so fucked after that's the first question you asked, dude. That's messed up, man. Just own it. Own your mistakes.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I said it for comedic relief, and clearly it landed.
It worked. Oh.
So I guess we all have the answer to the question, even though I don't know if anybody was really asking the question here in this little cohort, if you will. But now that could be my fun fact.
Is this disrespectful to women in any way?
Because we don't affiliate ourselves with that stuff, right?
Women?
Women
I
are
was
just
gonna say-
No, with that stock of women. Fuck.
Stock. They're not
That talk.
cattle.
Livestock?
That
Oh.
talk about women.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think did we make any claims?
We were just really reporting what we saw online. So,
Yeah.
Oh
For,
shit, that's
for
pretty
anyone
bad.
who it's not clear with, PSA, we will not decide as a podcast. We will not decide or have any judgment on the matter of if breast milk is vegan or not.
Dude, but it's crazy because Christian wasn't even on a browser. You're just coming up with it by himself.
Yeah, this was
I
off the
know.
dome. So yeah, if you're offended, we humbly don't apologize. Speaking of big mommy milkers, Megan Fox is dating Machine Gun Kelly, and you know, Machine Gun Kelly is in my eyes, a pretty trash artist, a pretty trash human. Okay, but beside the fact, there are people who enjoy his music and that go to his concerts for whatever reason. But I feel like they regret their decisions because this past week, he was at one of his shows and he was on the stage and I guess he was just maybe wasn't giving a shit or whatever. And they started booing him and flipping him off and louder than the music was playing. And so I don't know if this happened before that or after, but apparently he just straight up punched one of his fans in the head. And
maybe
I think
they'll like his music more now.
Yeah, you have to have a concussion to enjoy that kind of shit. But I thought it was important because Machine Gun Kelly is from Ohio and Harsha is our Ohio correspondent, and so who's all right. So if LeBron and Machine Gun Kelly are cool, right? We just have to go on that as a fact of nature.
Okay.
Where do you land on that? Are you okay with LeBron still, even though he had to come out 8 months later and say he's vaxxed, even though he probably isn't? He's just lying because he hates China or loves China. Sorry.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to answer.
What was the question?
Therefore,
basically, he just wanted Machine Gun Kelly to go back to LeBron.
Oh, I didn't
To
realize
then-
he's
to
from
then-
Cleveland. That's sad.
That's unfortunate.
Actually, Harsha, he went to your high school too. He was an alumni.
yeah, dude, you fucking the Pauls, fucking
Wait,
Machine
are
Gun
you
Kelly.
joking, Turan?
No, dead ass.
Anyways, if you're gonna go to his concert and boo him, why are you going? Just a waste of money to those guys.
You would go watch LeBron play.
But I'm not gonna boo him.
Yeah, you would. If he did a bad performance, you would definitely boo.
Yeah, because you're
No.
a passionate fan.
Harsha, if he shot 0 for 33, 2 assists, 45 turnovers,
45.
2 children murdered in the game, what would you do?
Okay, yeah,
You'd ask for his autograph. At that
Bro, he would
game.
sign my child,
Sign my
Can you sign my shirt in the blood of the children that you just killed?
So,
What would it take from this man for you to stop supporting him? I think is the question.
Oh,
I actually can't believe you supported an anti-vaxxer, bro. That's wild.
he got his vaccine.
yeah, but
Yeah, but
only
I know, but
because
until that point, you supported him.
Yeah, but he wasn't anti-vax.
What do you mean?
What?
He didn't
He
get the
literally
vaccine.
He
was
just didn't
anti-vax.
take. He just didn't take it, and he took it now. I feel like if he didn't take it before the season started, I think that would have been a bigger problem.
yeah, but what about all those people he played in front of last year?
That's fine. I mean, what are you gonna do now? I'm not gonna not support him just because of that. And
Yeah,
he never
what
had
would it
COVID,
take?
So,
What
I
would
feel
it
like that's a
take?
pretty good reason to not support him, but okay. At least he got it, I guess.
but he didn't take a vaccine for say 5 months or 6 months, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
but
it's-
the
you're
thing
you're
is,
supposed to be a role model,
yeah, exactly. It's the principle. You know how many probably kids and all this shit. LeBron's not getting it, so I'm not gonna get it. That's fucked.
I mean, I think I'm just cool with it that he got it now, and I know more black people are more hesitant to take the vaccine in general. So the fact that he still got it is pretty good. I wish that he was more vocal now about telling other players to get it, but he's not, which is not that good. But I'm not gonna not support him for that.
Okay, so if he pulls an OJ, right, and just goes bizarre,
What?
Savannah's dead, bro.
Okay,
my
yeah, then I won't
God.
support him, obviously, but he would never do that.
Okay, but the fact that I have to ask this question to get to that is kind of my point.
Yeah, if he kills somebody, yeah, maybe I won't support it. I'll take these
Maybe.
bullshit
Whoa.
notes. Sorry.
What if he killed Michael Jordan? Would you support him?
Huh? Wait, who?
If he killed Michael Jordan, would you support him?
Wait, who did he kill? Wait, who are you
The
talking
GOAT.
about? Wait, I don't know who that is.
What the fuck?
This exact kind of ignorance that LeBron instills in people.
Yeah, if he kills Michael Jordan, I won't support him.
Then who's your GOAT then?
I mean, one's dead and one I'm not supporting, so I don't know. J.R. Smith?
J.R. Smith. The Henny guy.
Hey, he doesn't like it when you say that.
Oh, did he not?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, he's a fellow. Oh, he's a fellow intellect now too. Shout out to
Say
the-
sorry, goat.
Sorry, goat.
I'm so confused.
To wrap up this week's episode, we're going to transition from one anti-vaxxer to another. This is old news. Like, to us even, it's like almost a month old. But I don't know how cued in you guys are on our fellow Spotifyer, Joe Rogan.
Oh yes.
Who
We're one of his inspirations of the podcast, right?
maybe to you, but not for me. This dude's so fucking annoying.
No, I said we're one of
What?
his inspirations.
Oh, yeah, sure. Pre-COVID, I think Joe Rogan was pretty acceptable to listen to. Like, I mean, like personally, like I don't give a shit if you listen to him or not. And like he would always be like, "Oh, I don't know anything about this," but like bring in X person about it who like actually knows something, and they just provide information about it.
Mm-hmm.
But he got COVID at the beginning of this month, right? Which most of the time means you're unvaxxed, but not always. Like to make that clear. And he said that he decided to take ivermectin, which is a horse tranquilizer, as his treatment, and publicly broadcast it to the world as yeah, he's a fucking idiot. That's kind of my like whole point here.
You
And
like
that
go
he's,
pull up to hospitals, listen to this podcast, like, yo, can you inject me with that horse tranquilizer?
and he tried to, yeah, so basically he was publicizing how he was taking horse tranquilizer and it was helping him get better, even though, do you remember like when Trump was talking about like, oh, if you like drink bleach or something, like it's like on that level of like being an idiot, I guess, you know?
He was like being dead ass about his.
Yeah.
Like he was like pretty much pushing people to do it, or he just saying that's what he did.
Okay, so apparently the month before, the FDA, I guess there was some like conspiracy, or not conspiracy theory, but there's some like theory that it helped, I don't know, minimize the effects of it. And they came out in like August and said, this is bullshit. And then a month later, basically they came out and said, you're a fucking idiot. And he started like propagandizing, purporting that.
What was that last word you said?
Purporting. Yeah, he was like spreading that information everywhere, pretty much. And here's a great, just adding on to my list of fun facts this week, because it's like when you come to class late with the sheets empty and then you start doing the homework that was due that day, like in class. That's what I'm doing now. Patients who overdose with ivermectin can experience nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, low blood pressure, allergic reactions, dizziness, problems with balance, seizures, coma, and death. So,
Yeah, it's like,
Oh God.
that sounds like every like ad I watch for like any medication on TV. While like someone's on the fucking beach, like jumping around, and they just say that really quickly.
yeah.
And mesothelioma.
Isn't it so fucked that in the US you can advertise medication, bro? What the fuck is that? Like, why do you need to advertise for something that should only be given to someone on a needs basis?
If they need
right?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think over-the-counter stuff is really dangerous, too.
But
Like,
if you made a medication, would you want them to advertise it?
No, because I'm morally just.
Just what?
Piece of shit.
I'm morally just a piece of shit.
so yeah, that's my connection with Joe Rogan and LeBron. LeRogan, if you will.
Oh yeah, LeBron doesn't take horse tranquilizer.
What do you mean? Have you fucking looked at him?
Wait, what? Are you saying he looks like a horse? Or...
He looks like BoJack Horseman, dude. What the fuck you mean?
Well, I took horse tranquilizer a couple months ago. That's why I never
But
got
you took
COVID,
the
I
good
guess.
one. You took ketamine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I took the better one.
Yeah, you took the fun
Yeah.
one.
But I also experienced nausea and vomiting, so don't do it.
But did it get rid of COVID?
I never had COVID, so yes.
Holy shit.
What?
We're just taking over.
I feel like we shouldn't talk about this stuff on a podcast.
Yeah, we're doing exactly what Joe Rogan did.
No. He did it on Instagram.
Hey, if you're a dedicated listener of ours, go get that voice tranquilizer.
But make sure you turn on our like catalog before you like, you know, do it, so that, you know, in case you like pass out, it just like keeps playing and we get
Yeah, make sure your phone's plugged in too.
Yeah, actually, do you go buy an iPad and plug that in too, and just like have them all running at the same time. Shuffle. Repeat on.
Disclaimer, that all we just said was 100% of a joke.
Yeah. Don't buy an iPad. Come on.
Passing out, and then like the first thing you hear when you're waking up is this our intro to our podcast.
That's when you insert the second one, bro.
Time for an extended ad break.
Ad broke. But yeah, for those of you still conscious and awake, it's time to end the episode and move on to the next one. If you're keeping this in shuffle. So yeah, that's the end of episode 79. We hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to head over to our Instagram at An Interesting Discussion. Make sure to drop likes, comments, follows, all that fun jazz. Go over to our wherever you get your podcasts from, you know, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, YouTube. We're spreading like a peanut butter.
Okay. Why?
I was gonna say, obviously, I was supposed to say a virus, but you know, we can't be doing that. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode, and we'll get you guys next week with another guest who's coming back and is going to share tons of fun stories. All right, bye guys.
Bye.